everyone, thanks so much for stopping by today. We're going to be checking out the honey oat bread from Magnolia Cookbook, volume number 3, in our journey to go through her entire cookbook. So I'm pumped for this. I've never made sliced bread like this before. We've made our French bread together earlier this year, so I'm pumped to try this out. So we have everything here, so let's get started. All right guys, so our first step is to make our yeast mixture. So I'm going to pour in our yeast, our sugar, and our warm water, which is about 1/4 cup. I'm going to give a quick stir here. And we're going to let this foam up and it'll be ready in about five minutes. So we'll put this off to the side. While that's going, let's get ready for our dough. So we have our whole wheat bread here, or whole wheat flour. That's what we're making. Our all-purpose flour. And teaspoon of kosher salt and some oats. I'm going to stir this together. We have some remaining oats, but that's going to be towards the end, so I'm going to put those off to the side. And let's stir this up. While that's getting stirred up, I'm going to prepare our egg. So we just need to lightly beat this. So I have a little bowl here, and we're going to beat it before we put it into our dough mixture. Okay, that's ready. All right. So this is all mixed up. We just need to wait for our yeast to be ready and foamed up. So we have a couple more minutes, and then we'll add in all of our wet ingredients, and then we'll get it ready for the oven. Okay guys, so our yeast mixture is all foamed up. Check that out. So let's get the rest of these ingredients together. I'm gonna put this on low. We're gonna add in our milk. Our egg that's lightly beaten, our honey, which probably will need to stop it, let's be real. I'm okay with making a mess, but that would have been too messy. Ooh, honey. All right, honey's done, and our yeast mixture. Look at that plump. Okay. All right, we're gonna mix this together for about 4 to 5 minutes. All right, I think we're good. Check it out, there it is. Okay, so she said it should be sticky, tacky, that's exactly what it is. So I'm gonna pull it out, throw it on this little silicone thing. We're gonna form this into a ball. Oh, it is tacky, she's not lying. Okay, all right, so in a ball, we're gonna throw this in our bowl that has some, some spray on it. And we're gonna let this sit for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna come back to it, roll it out, put it in our pan, and then let it sit for 2 hours. So let's wrap it up, leave it out for 30 minutes, and I'll catch you back there in 29 minutes. All right, y'all, it's time to take a look at our dough here. It's been 30 minutes, and we're gonna push this out on our lightly floured surface into a 9x9, and then we're gonna roll it in directly into our pan. So, voila, here we go. I'm gonna take this out. It's not as sticky as before, so that's a win. And I'm gonna press this into a 9x9, whatever. rectangle. Okay, now you know how I feel about math and getting this right. So let's see here. 9 by 9. Let's use the inches that I have here. So 9 inches. It's 9. Okay. 9 inches. Okay. By 9 inches. Wow, it's small. Okay. I went a little too crazy in the beginning. Okay, here's our 9 by 9 square. Okay. All right, our next step is to roll this, folding in the seams and making sure that we, don't go too crazy. So let's see here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay. Now we're gonna seam the ends together. Or pinch them together, I should say, or seam it. I always find this step a little weird because sometimes it works really well and sometimes it just doesn't. Okay. 9 by 9, rolled, press the seams together, and we're gonna throw this seam side down into our pan. Look how pretty. Okay. All right. And now we are gonna get our plastic wrap. I have Bauer laying right at my feet, so to be careful to not trip on him. Okay, so it's in our pan. We're gonna wrap this. You can use a towel as well, but I'm gonna use saran wrap. And we're gonna let this dough proof in a warm spot for 2 hours. So see you back in 2 hours. All right, y'all, check out our bread. Look how perfect this looks. It looks so good. All right, so I'm gonna take off the plastic wrap here, and I have some melted butter, and I'm gonna put in some honey, about a tablespoon, and we're gonna stir that together. And then we're gonna brush it on top and then add in the remaining oats. If you remember, we only used a half a cup earlier, and now we are going to use the rest of them. So let's stir this together. Oh no. Okay, so let's brush it. Oh yeah. Bauer is sitting right at my feet, so he is ready to try this bread as well. He smells the yumminess and says, hey, give me some of that. Okay. I do not want to let anything go in here. It's all going on this bread, so. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna sprinkle the rest of our oats on. Okay, so our oven's set to 350. We're gonna pop this in for 40 minutes. Check it out and finally taste our bread. All right, see you in 45. All right, guys, it is time to try our honey oat bread. And I can tell you the smell of the oats and the honey is really coming out. So let's give it a shot. I have a piece here. I'm just going to cut off a little bit. Oh yeah. This is quite tasty. I could be down with this. You know, for me, there's nothing like fresh homemade breads or anything really. So I will definitely be making this again. Obviously it takes a lot of time because we need about 2 hours for it to proof and then have it, you know, let it cool for about 40 minutes, but this is totally worth it. I mean, the honey coming out and the oats, it's so tasty. I will definitely make this like with an egg, on, you know, butter, whatever it is. This is my new jam. Maybe not an egg, but in any case, it's gonna be breakfast. Really good, love it, and I will definitely be making this again. So if you do make it, let me know what you think and if you would try this again and have it for anything. For your dinner, for your guest, whatever. So I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch me make this bread, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good day.